Would free agent pass rusher Von Miller be a good fit to supplement the Chicago Bears pass rush? Vaughn just finished taking part in the 2025 SAC Summit in Las Vegas, showcasing he is healthy and ready to contribute at least as a situational pass rusher this season. Free agency for the most part for the Chicago Bears is finished, but every year Ryan Poles adds a couple of players during August in training camp. Sometimes he will make a move or two in July as well. And one name that has been connected to the Bears that is worth talking about at least is veteran pass rusher Von Miller. Now, I'm not a fan of overpaying for pass production. And while that would mostly be the case with guys like Von Miller, that might not necessarily be the case this year. Let me explain quickly. The last two teams that Von Miller played for, they paid for his pass production, and they overpaid compared to what they got. The returns on their investment did not live up to the hype. He had only 5 sacks as a Ram and 14 in 3 years with the Buffalo Bills after signing a big free agent contract. But now, Von Miller at age 36 and 5 full years removed from his last Pro Bowl appearance, at this stage of his career, he is a shell of his former self. However, he also isn't going to cost hardly anything to bring to training camp. This is a guy who had 8 sacks in 2022, and he had half a dozen last season as a situational pass rusher. Now, listen, I'm not advocating for Ryan Poles to sign Von Miller, but I do believe he could help us on a cheap 1 year contract as a situational pass rusher. It would have to be under those certain stipulations. He's a guy who can play with limited snaps, just go in and get after quarterbacks. If he could come in and get 4 to 5 sacks as a rotational guy, that would help the Chicago Bears. I also believe he could help some of the younger players on the defensive line. Interestingly enough, Dennis Allen was part of the Broncos defensive coaching staff when they drafted Von Miller, and he helped him that season to get 11.5 sacks as a rookie way back in 2011. So maybe Vaughn would be interested in reuniting with Dennis Allen. But I want to be clear here. Von Miller is not the same player that he was in Denver. He was an 8-time Pro Bowler, and he had 7 seasons of 10 plus sack production, including 18 and a half in 2012. But since 2019, he has not recorded 10 sacks in a single year. He's hit 9.5 and 8, so he still has sack potential, but he's not the same guy he was pre-injury when he was younger. The only reason to consider a move like this is because he could potentially sign a really cheap deal and you could actually get some value out of it. If you could get Von Miller to come to Chicago for 1 year and $5 million or less, I would consider it. But as far as a prediction goes, I do not think we will sign a veteran pass rusher yet. I believe this coaching staff wants to see what they have in Dio Odengbo. Also, what do they have in Austin Booker, Dominique Robinson, and maybe even Shamar Turner out on the edge? And how healthy is Montez Sweat? Once we get to training camp and pads come on, then if the coaches see a deficiency somewhere in this pass rush, that is when a couple of moves might be made. But right now, I expect us to set tight and hopefully try to get our rookies signed before training camp. But keep your eye out as Ryan Poles is always looking to upgrade this roster. Stay tuned for more year-round Chicago Bears coverage. Remember to hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down. I appreciate everyone who watches. Stay tuned, guys. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss out. Hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.